Exactly, and what I was thinking, exactly what you're saying. I have to do something for me. What do I like to do? The dreams about acting was far away, so I was like, animal. I like animal. So I just in the computer found a place in a mountain 3 hours away from Oslo, and I moved there. I just took my car and I drove up there, and I said, hello, I would like to work with animals. And they said, yeah, we have like a one spot available that's like a practicant work for 18 years old girls who like horses and have a lot of experience. Yeah, I'm 34. And she's like, yeah. And do you have an experience with animals? No. Yeah, maybe I had a bird like when I was a little, and that's all. And she said, she was just laughing at me. But since I had driven all this way, I was like just driving the car. I had no idea if it was someone to talk to me up there or whatever. They actually gave me a job. So I went up there, I moved up there for 1 year. I didn't know how long, I had no clue, but I went up there. And I was working there, and it was quite, I can see the time is running now.
It's okay.
Yeah. I was working there, and it was really nice because it was a purpose to me going up there. Because in this job they had to me, I had to tell stories to all the children who was there, because it was kind of a camp for 12 years old school classes coming up constantly. So that was my job, to do like storytelling for them. Oh, I loved it and they loved it. So I just find a skill there. But it was not supposed that I should be there, because I felt this is far from my friends, my family. I just quit to be sick. When I was sick, I was isolating from everyone. So I was like, oh my God, I'm here at the moment, I should be with my family and friends. And I actually have no idea how I did it. I dropped a couch on my toe and I cut the toe, like the top of the toe. It was not, so then I couldn't work there anymore, because it was kind of a lot working in the mountains and could not go there with crutches. So I went back to my apartment, smaller one. I was sitting in the couch with my foot up, and I was like, what now? Again, I fail and I fail and I fail. What is it wrong with me? Well, then I have to do something. I have to travel. So I went to Thailand. And I was traveling, and I had one-way tickets. So I was like, yeah. My family was like, oh my God, what are you doing now? And the reason I traveled, I'm very embarrassed to say, but I have to say, it was a boy. I met him when I was on my vacation, just after this work, and he asked me to come travel with him. So I told my family, he's from Norway. So I told my family, well, I met this boy, and you have known him for how long? Doesn't matter. And I actually rent out my apartment. I sold my car. Then the car was gone. It's good. And I did everything just to be with him. And I knew deep inside, sad to say, I just want to be saved, because I was so sick of taking responsible for everything in my life. So I thought it was so good to just relax a little bit, because he just took care of me, and he actually was speaking like he was saying, now we are going to do this, now we are going to do this. I was like, oh God, how nice.
So you wanted someone to take leadership
Yes.
and pressure from you, taking care of everything that was happening in
I
your
was so
life.
tired. And it was also one step closer to what I thought was a good life. A man and children, and
Some
I just-
society forms that are considered normal. So
Exactly.
everybody is trying to conform to this.
Yeah. So I had no idea what I was doing. And so I had a one-way ticket, and I said, I don't know when I'm going back. I'm coming back when I'm ready. So, well, I went to meet him, and after 2 weeks, he said, I want to travel alone. And that was very bad at the moment, because after all the sickness, my kind of, how can you say it? I don't like to say nerves, but I didn't have the courage that I was used to. Because I was sitting in alone, I didn't know where I was, because I was I was packing to just join another person. So I didn't have a camera, I didn't have a book where you were supposed to be. I didn't prepare for this trip, you know. So sitting alone in a cheap, dark place in somewhere in Laos, and I had no clue. And I was thinking, oh my God, I did it again. It's nothing wrong with him. It's something wrong with me. I just wanted comfort, and I actually again followed another person's dream. It was his dream. He was supposed to travel and, you know, and then I was thinking, oh my God, and now I'm sitting here alone. Now I'm 35 years old. And all people I was supposed to spend time with, they are home. And I cannot call them because I'm too embarrassed. I would rather die. So, I had to make my own way. So I didn't say anything to anyone. And I just expected some short sentence on Facebook, oh, I'm so fine. And I keep going. And I promised myself to just listen to my inner voice all the time. So I didn't plan anything. And I had this amazing time. I was working in Cambodia with a bear who was saved, and with wildlife animals who, had a broken wing or something like that, or even worse.
So for how long you worked in Cambodia?
I worked there for, I was in Cambodia like a month, so it's not very long time. So I worked in this bear place, and I also worked for a lady who I could stay for free if I worked for her, like guest house. 1 month in Cambodia, and I went back to Thailand. And it took me 6 months before I could go back to Norway. And what's very funny was this was not fun at all in the first months. I just had to go up in the morning and just
yourself through this time.
And it ended up that in the 5th month when I was traveling, I found this man who just had this teacher training for yoga and qigong and meditation. So together with a lovely woman from New Zealand and one from Turkey, and he's from Austria, and me. 4 of us, we had this amazing 4 weeks or 3 weeks together. We was detoxing, we was eating raw food, we was juicing and doing yoga, meditation and qigong. I had the best time of my life, and in the meditation and in the whole situation, the voice was clear. I have to go back to Norway starting acting school. How simple is that? I should do this when I was 18. Oh my God.
Well, sometimes for many people it takes many iterations and many different experiences that bring you where you want to be and where you're supposed to be.
Exactly. So now I finally, but then I just had to do this. And that was not easy. I mean, this was May and the school started in August. You have kind of searching process and everything. I was like, I just have to do this. I do the same as I did with the mountain work. I'm going to do this. So I went to Norway. Everything went well. I had found this small apartment I could live in. This is in Oslo. And I started in school. So I was 36 and the other people was 18 to 25. And I was constantly nervous every day for the first 6 months. And in the end of the year, that was in 2011, in May, that was the final exam to have my own solo show, written by myself, did by myself, get audience, tickets, posters, newspapers. I did it.
And it was successful.
Yes,
it was very successful.
People was laughing, and it was amazing.
But how it felt for you? How it felt for you that you finally found your purpose and you succeeded at what you felt was right for you?
10% I felt I used before, now you can say 100%. Because I'm supposed to write, I'm dyslexic. So I learned that everything was wrong I wrote in school. But I know now it doesn't matter if you write the little thing wrong, or it's the story. So I'm a storyteller, I'm a writer, and I want to have inspirational speeches. And I have this tiny little role in a soap opera in Norway now twice a week. I'm so happy.
And you mentioned you also have your blog, your own blog. What is it?
Blog? Yeah, blog. Yeah,
website?
I blog. So people can follow me and my monthly challenge. I think it's so important to, if you don't know what to do, just do something. If it's a step backward, doesn't mind. Because you're even closer than you were in the middle, just standing still and be numb.
Because there are no failures in life.
No failures.
Only learnings.
I mean, it's failures. I did them all. I have been doing all the wrong things.
Yeah, but at the end there were
at the end.
learnings that got you where you are now.
Yeah.
That's really great.
So if you want to see my blog, it's bubblebird.net, and I have my monthly challenge there. So it's kind of funny with pictures and yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Let me give you a big
Aw.
hug.
Thank you so much.
And thank you everybody for watching us, and until we meet again. Thank you.